April 14th, 1964 was the day the Ford Mustang made its first reveal to the world. This took place at the largest exhibit in the New York World's Fair, the Ford Pavilion, also known as the Wonder Rotunda. There was a total of 2 options that you could purchase with your newly acquired Ford Mustang. You could buy this in a coupe or a convertible. There were 18 exterior colors to choose from, 3 engine types, which would include either an inline-6 or a V8 option, and 12 different color options for the interior. You could really dress these cars up or just keep them as a base model Mustang. What sparked the idea of the Ford Mustang was to compete with the 1964 Pontiac GTO. We can give credit to the GTO as being the car that sparked the muscle car wars, and Ford wanted to get some skin in the game. Thanks to some inspired people like John Najar, who was a fan of the World War II P-51 Mustang fighter plane, is credited by Ford with suggesting the name. John co-designed the first prototype of the Ford Mustang, known as the Ford Mustang 1, in 1961, working jointly with fellow Ford stylist Philip T. Clark. According to MustangSpecs.com, there was an actual driving prototype called the Mustang 1, which was mentioned in the paragraph above. This article sheds some light on the concept, along with some great things that took place on the racetrack that day. The aluminum-bodied Mustang 1 made its debut in October 1962 as the United States Grand Prix at Watkins Glen. Dan Gurney is a non-competitive demonstration driver that took this 2-seater car, at speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour. Only the Mustang name and emblem from this prototype found their way to the production vehicles. What made the release of the 1964 Mustang successful was the approach that Henry Ford and his team took with the car. They had a good portion of the same equipment from another product line called the Ford Falcon. Ford now had a great building block and decided it was time to release the Mustang to the world. What helped this car gain traction was recruiting a well-known race car driver that dominated the track throughout a substantial career. Ford knew they had to get him to become part of the Ford family and decided it was now or never to bring Carroll Shelby on board. Shelby was able to lock down some huge wins, and the one that he was best known for is winning the 24 Hours Le Mans against Ferrari. Shelby was able to beat Ferrari driving a Shelby Cobra. I wanted to share an example real quick of an emblem, little logo that I have. I got this from Shelby America when I visited it down in Las Vegas. With the success of this Mustang throughout the years, much of what the Ford Mustang is known for today is that Shelby was able to do what he was able to do on the racetrack as well as on the streets of the U.S. He produced a car that was much better than what Ford could have done on their own, and these cars have a strong following today. Thanks to what Shelby is able to do, he later opened his own business called Shelby America. People who want to make upgrades to their Mustangs have the chance to send them to this business. And some of these upgrades include a different engine, different suspension, brakes, wheels, and even just the styling of the Mustang themselves. I've actually had the opportunity to go to down to Las Vegas and go visit the Shelby America store, which I got a t-shirt from there one day. As you can see, let me flip it around right here, which is really cool. They have a museum there, and it shows kind of the history of Carroll Shelby and what he did for Ford. He's probably got 20 to 30 different types of Mustangs and stuff like that, and then the shops, the majority of the building where you can kind of see the work that's performed there. I would like to kind of reroute back to my 3 main points, which are really the Pontiac GTO is what sparked the idea of the Mustang and the muscle car wars throughout the U.S. And Shelby helped make the Mustangs gain traction and become a better car, which I definitely believe to be true. And the last but not least is Shelby America provides a great way to upgrade your Mustang. As I've had the opportunity to go down to the shop and look at it, I can definitely attest to that for sure, that really they do make a good product and they do a good job. Thank you.